We long ago removed our bodies from mortality's grasp and bartered away our souls for technological babbles and the trapping of power. Our minds, then, are all that remain for us to lose, and it is here that the next stroke against us will fall. Though our individual affliction may take different forms, sooner or later we will all be lost to madness. Sarek, lost to the Silent Kings. Flayed Ones. Flayed Ones are part of the Necron roster, and they are who, like all others, gave up their body to be encased in living metal. But the Flayed Ones differ in the fact that during the last days of the war in heaven, a curse was put upon them. It was said that the Necrons turned upon their Catan, and the Flayer was not merely splintered, as were his brothers, the Deceiver and the Nightbringer, but he was obliterated. In his last moments, the Flayer put this curse upon his betrayers, and the curse went unnoticed for years and years. And by the time the madness crept in, they had unwittingly spread across the galaxy this madness, this affliction. And those Necrons, where the flayed curse suffers a slow and painful erosion of sanity, and over time it will begin to revel in blood and gore. The further along the curse goes, it will begin to crave the flesh of the fallen, and will try and consume it. But of course the Necrons cannot consume anything, for they are not truly living. So they merely attempt to stuff the gore to where their mouth would be, and it would clog and pool within their metal frames and into joints. They will become draped in the skin and flesh of their victims. And again, over time, gradually, their bodies will begin to warp and change, until finally they'll disappear off to a pocket dimension. The Charnel palaces of the Flayed Ones, and no one knows why they go to this place, but they are trapped there, stuck in a never-ending loop of madness and hunger. Other Necrons both hate them and fear them, for their madness is an infection, a disease. The only time a Flayed One leaves the palaces is to join a battle that is already underway, for they can teleport into the fray, and nothing can stop the Flayed Ones engaging. They tend to stalk their prey if the madness has not afflicted them too much, waiting for when they're most vulnerable. They tend to come from underground, for the stench of rotting flesh is masked there. And when the time comes, they will strike with absolute hatred, hunger and madness combining into gore and bloodshed. An Overlord cannot stop the Flayed Ones when an attack is underway. However, after the battle's end, it is not uncommon for the Overlord to order the remaining surviving Flayed Ones to be put down. The only ones that will be able to be put down are the ones that are truly stricken by the madness, with no sense other than the desire, the urge, the need to devour the flesh of their victims. Others will just disappear once more, back to their palaces of flesh, to keep their trophies of the last, most recent engagement. Most flayed ones will throw themselves into battle with little to no regard of self-preservation, even over overwhelming forces. However, the ones that have kept even a fragment of their sanity will retreat if a force is too strong and wait for easier prey. For they only wish to gorge upon the flesh of the fallen. That is their only goal. Their primary weapons are warped talons upon where their hands once were, and dripping in rotting flesh and gore, they will strike and slash without hesitation to destroy their foes, to cut them into pieces. The more bloodshed, the better. The more bloodshed, the more flesh they can coat themselves in, try and consume, to satisfy a hunger that will be never satisfied. And only then will they disappear back into the pocket dimension, awaiting for the next time to strike. To be condemned to such madness is a fate worse than death. Many overlords simply try and jump on any advantage that these random appearances may give them on the enemy. For once they're there, there's no making them go until the bloodshed has come to an end. This truly is the only thing that other Necrons fear. The flayed ones. Those maddened by the Catan, whose only goal in life is to destroy and to gorge a never-ending hunger. Thank you so much for listening. My name's Shadowwraith, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.